visit Teamlab Phenomena. If you're going to Teamlab Phenomena, I'm recommending you to wear jeans and a big old jumper. So guys, let's go. Guys, if you want to come to Teamlab Phenomena Abu Dhabi, here's some advice. Try to come as early as you can because after 12 p.m. there will be such long queues that you might need to wait 1 hour to come in each expedition. There are 2 areas. First, we're going to start off with dry, but then water. As soon as I stepped into the first room, my mouth dropped open. It was gigantic, like I just walked into an enchanted forest from a fairy tale. There were massive glowing trees all around me, tall, magical, and mysterious. The streets below sparkled with soft dancing lights and the music. It was so peaceful, it felt like a dream you never want to wake up from. The lights kept changing too. First it looked like shimmering blue water running through the trees. Then suddenly butterflies, glowing butterflies, flying through the air. I didn't want to leave. It was called magical and it made me feel so comfy inside, like the whole room was smiling. The next room was a tunnel, but not a normal one. It felt alive, quiet, strange, almost like it was watching me. The lights moved like smoke or flowing water, twisting beneath my feet. Everything shimmered and shifted. I couldn't tell what was real. My brain was spinning, and I nearly lost my balance more than once. It was like the tunnel was playing tricks, a beautiful path I couldn't resist. So I kept walking. Something was waiting on the other side. Then I stepped into a giant glowing sphere, and I was right in the center, standing on a net, floating in the middle of light. Bright lights were everywhere, above me, below me, all around. They spun and shifted so fast I couldn't tell which way was up. It felt like I was falling, even though I hadn't moved an inch. It was dizzy, magical, and impossible to forget. When I walked into the next room, it felt like I sank into the bottom of the ocean. Above me, a massive, glowing sphere hung from the ceiling, like a full moon underwater. Everything around me shimmered in deep ocean blue. I could see giant whales gliding overhead, slow, silent, and majestic. Sea creatures swam across the walls, glowing and mysterious. It was so real, I almost held my breath. But the floor was the wildest part. There were glowing lizards and strange creatures right beneath my feet. And when I stepped on them, boom, they exploded into bursts of color, like paint splashes lightning up the ground. And there's a hidden room where you can make your own animal, colorful, bright, and beautiful. When I walked in, it felt like I jumped straight into the ocean. Mirrors were everywhere, and silver balloons floated like giant bubbles around me. The lights shifted like sunlight underwater, making everything shimmer and move. And I could run through the bubbles. They bounced and followed me. It was playful, shiny, and felt like an underwater dream. Now it's time for the next area, the wet area. We went down a dark staircase and the guard told me, shoes off, jeans up. I stepped into water, cool, quiet, mysterious. In front of me stood a glowing mountain. As I climbed, a color-changing waterfall lit the way above me. Water splashed against my legs, and lights danced everywhere. The best part? Feeling the water with my hands and feet. It was real, and it was magical. This room felt like a scene from an alien movie. Colorful cocoons floated all around me, glowing, silent, and strange. They were beautiful, but I couldn't stop thinking, what if a chestbuster jumps out of one just like in the movie? The mirrors, the water on the floor, the reflection, it felt like I was inside a living sci-fi world. The next room felt like a dream, a glowing Sakura forest with pink trees and soft falling petals. The next room, the cloud room. Before I went in, the guard gave me a raincoat and goggles, so I knew something wild was coming. Inside, it felt like I had stepped into a cloud. Foam was everywhere, floating, swirling, covering me from head to toe. I jumped, ran, and disappeared into the soap bubbles. The room was dark, lit with glowing lights, and for a moment, I wasn't me anymore. I was a space explorer lost in a galaxy of foam. By the end of my adventure in the cloud room, I was completely covered in foam, head to toe. Luckily, there were towels waiting for me, so I cleaned off my hands, legs, even my hair. It was messy, hilarious, and totally unforgettable.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm cleaning my food. I mean, what? Ooh. At the end, I went shopping to get some stuff from the souvenir store. Guys, I had so much fun. I recommend you guys. My favorite room was the bubbly room. By the way, guys, don't be in a rush because this is permanent. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.